So, what can we say about prayer? Well, it's tricky. Having a conversation with someone who's invisible and doesn't reply directly is a challenge. It takes effort, and I often find myself finding something else to do instead of praying when I have the chance. I guess most of us see prayer as asking God for things, particularly for things that are out of our control, for safety, for healing, for us, for our family, or for our friends. We pray, and then we wait and see how God answers, with a yes, or a no, or a later. I've seen some amazing immediate yeses, like the lady sat in front of me at Soul Survivor who got up out of her wheelchair after being prayed for. And I've seen some long not yets, like the friend from university who I've prayed for on and off for 25 years to know God, and so far he hasn't. And I've seen the effect of those who are far more diligent at praying than me. My grandma prayed for each of her 14 grandchildren every day, and the impact that they've had for God in this world has been awesome. In the same way, my dad prays for me and my sisters and our respective spouses and children every day, and I know life would be a whole lot harder without his prayers. So, if praying is hard and at times seemingly fruitless, what helps? Well, I've found that praying with others makes it easier. Until recently, I've been very blessed to have had 2 or 3 prayer partners at each of the places I've worked at. We've carved out a regular time at lunchtime to pray, and it's been hugely encouraging. And praying with others at church is similar, in services, when we meet up as youth group leaders, or for weekly night prayer. It is really useful having others to remind me to pray about things rather than try and overcome life challenges in my own efforts. The other thing I've found helpful when praying is not to dive in and start asking for a bunch of stuff. I love getting out on a cycle ride or climbing a mountain and enjoying God's creation with him. It reminds me how huge and amazing he is and helps me worship him. And at times, I try and spend some time thinking about the situations around me from God's perspective. I generally end up feeling much more peaceful that God has things under control, and it helps me focus on asking for things that are on his heart. Despite knowing and seeing the amazing benefits and effects of prayer, I'm still an ad hoc prayer, and I need all the help I can get from God and from others to motivate and inspire me to pray. And when I do, it is never time wasted.